And this is CNN News 18's mega exclusive. This is a major success for Israel's Mossad on multiple fronts. Hezbollah has fully exposed and now stands vulnerable. Indian agency's assessment accessed by CNN News 18. This is about yesterday's pager attack that was a multifaceted success in breaching Lebanon's security on multiple fronts. Mossad attack is physical supply chain, personnel, security governance, counterintelligence, cybersecurity of multiple devices. This attack indeed had a major deterrence value both against Hezbollah and the other axis of resistant members, but also disruption of capacity. With thousands wounded, Hezbollah has been significantly weakened, which is considered to be a black eye to Iran. This attack is also a major communication setback to Hezbollah as well. Siddhant joins us for more on this. Siddhant, this is a big escalation. Hezbollah vowing to punish Israel after the pager explosions across Lebanon. But just tell us a little bit more about the role of Mossad, Israel's Mossad, in this huge, massive pager blast.
Well, look, in fact, we have been trying to get a version of the government of Israel on the pager attacks which took place in Lebanon, all across Lebanon, in fact, yesterday. But there is a complete silence on the Israeli side. Now, what Manoj Gupta is bringing for us is that he is saying that this is a major success of Mossad on multiple fronts. Hezbollah has completely been exposed in these attacks. Especially, and in fact, Indian agencies are also doing the full assessment of what exactly happened, the kind of technology, whether it was a sci-fi level or something else, who supplied the pagers, where were these pagers manufactured, which was the company behind it. So all those details are being worked out by the Indian agencies as well. But this particular attack has perhaps, given a dent to the backbone of Hezbollah in Lebanon, because all their assets, medics, and the fighters have been recognized by Israel. It means that Israel has the full data of those people. They were carrying the pager, the exclusive pager, which Hezbollah only gives to their commanders and the medics. And then blast was initiated in each of these pagers. So it's something very new. And perhaps the world is witnessing some kind of an attack in a very new form. And perhaps this is the reason that since last 15 hours, this particular story is a top trend on all the social media platforms, because the world agencies, intelligence agencies are perhaps assessing that what is it all about and how did it happen, and who was behind it, because Israel still now has not taken the responsibility. So if it is Mossad, then how did Mossad executed it is still a mystery for many intelligence agencies across the world.
Absolutely. Siddhant, thanks so much. But the fact that Hezbollah has promised to retaliate against Israel after accusing it of detonating these pagers is indication of a major escalation. We also have a couple of reactions. Let's just play them out.
Again, I don't have any details to provide on the reports of the pager blast. I can tell you, to my knowledge, there's no U.S. involvement in this at all. Again, it's something that we're monitoring. And in terms of potential escalation, I go back to what I said earlier in terms of a key focus for this department and the U.S. government writ large is on working with partners in the region, to include Israel, to prevent the conflict between Israel and Hamas from spiraling into a wider conflict. And that includes the tensions along the Israel-Lebanon border. And so we'll continue to strongly advocate for a ceasefire and the release of the hostages. And we'll continue to strongly advocate for a diplomatic resolution to the tensions that we're seeing along the Israel-Lebanon border.
Thank you. Just following up on the pagers question, does DoD assess that this was an attack by Israel, and do you consider this an escalation of the tensions on the northern border?
Yeah, as far as what it is, again, I just don't have anything to provide. And as far as escalation, broadly speaking, in the Middle East, this is something that we've been paying attention to for more than almost a year now, since Hamas's attack on Israel on October 7. And so we've been very, very focused. The Secretary's been very, very focused on ensuring that the tensions in the region do not escalate into a wider regional conflict. And as I highlighted at the top, that's something that continues to stay top of mind.
Security camera footage of a market in Beirut captures this moment on Tuesday. Something explodes, seemingly from inside one person's pocket or bag, and the man falls to the floor, crying in pain. Lebanon's health minister said blasts like these killed at least 8 people and injured more than 2,800 across the country, many of them fighters and medics from the militant Islamist group Hezbollah. The pagers they used to communicate exploded. The pagers began to detonate around 3:45 p.m. local time, and explosions continued for an hour. It was not immediately clear how the devices were detonated. A Hezbollah official, speaking on condition of anonymity, said the detonation of the pagers was, quote, the biggest security breach the group had been subjected to in nearly a year of war with Israel. The Israeli military declined to comment on Reuters' inquiries about the blasts. Israel and Iran-backed Hezbollah have been engaged in cross-border warfare since the Gaza war erupted last October, the worst escalation in years. Iran's Mehr news agency said the Iranian ambassador to Lebanon, Mojtaba Amani, seen here in July, was injured by one of the pager explosions. Reuters could not immediately confirm the report. A senior Hezbollah source told Reuters the group's leader, Said Hassan Nasrallah, was not harmed. At one hospital, a Reuters reporter saw motorcycles rushing to the emergency room where people with their hands bloodied were screaming in pain. The head of a public hospital in the south of the country told Reuters that around 40 wounded people were being treated at his facility. The wounds included injuries to the face, eyes, and limbs.